Buenos nachos, everybody. It is Wednesday, and today's a good day. So quite a few things to go over today, quite a things to do today, couple of things to open today. And I'm going to start it with sad news. Today, we lost an absolute legend in sports entertainment in the loss of the Iron Sheik. He was arguably one of the best heels in the game. If you're not familiar with what a heel is, that's what they call the bad guy. As you know, these people are actors. There's kayfabe. It is not really who these people are in most cases, though there are some. But the Iron Sheik was arguably, of the 80s and 90s, one of the biggest heels in the game, with notorious battles against Hulk Hogan, notorious battles against Sergeant Slaughter, team-ups with Nikolai Volkov, the Axis powers, good technical wrestler, owned the camel clutch. That was his jam. It is a sad day for wrestling in that happened. As most of you know, I have a story about the Iron Sheik calling me in about 1985, calling me at around 2 a.m. in the morning after a bender at the Ramada Renaissance Hotel in Buffalo, or I should say in the middle of a bender, because somebody thought it'd be a great idea to have the Iron Sheik call a 5-year-old at 2 a.m. So I took the call, and I was just like, hello? And I get in full kayfabe, in full character, hello, this is David. This is the Iron Sheik. And I'm like, going back to bed. And I remember handing my phone to my mother and going, yeah, it's for you. And going to bed. I get woken up the next day by my father. It's like, hey, you hung up on the Iron Sheik. I'm 5. Yeah, I hung up on the Iron Sheik. What's going on, Carlos? But true legend of the game, former champ, the Iron Sheik, while he had his demons, had a resurgence as a public personality, and was, by all accounts, a pretty fun guy to be around. So it is a sad day for wrestling, in losing one of the historically big heels. So I figured we'd start with the down, and lead into the awesome. So Gigi the Breaker is back in New York. I took her this morning. She had a red-eye flight. So I was up bright and squirrely to take her to LAX. She arrived. I took a nap. I came here. All of the shipping was done with the exception of one person who I have to sort their cards. That would be you, Dave. Everybody else should have gotten an email. So everything is ready. What's going on, Steven? How you doing? Steven, you're at just in time. Hello, Lee. Oh, look, a button. Thanks for hitting that button. I appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. 5 months strong. Just like my bout with diarrhea. We have, what's going on, Doug? How you doing? We have some really great art. It's behind me. If you haven't zoomed in to look at it, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. There are only 10 of them, and 2 of them are already gone. Yes, 2 of them are already gone. So there are only 8 left. And of course, the absolutely stunning giveaway. Right? Who told Steven? Nobody told Steven. Steven has no idea that we have this. I mean, somebody might have told him. But in order for me to give away this amazing art, I was like, I don't know, you can zoom in. Yeah. Depends on what device you're on, but yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. So I have the pieces strewn about. I'm hiding this one, which is I just, you know, I guess I could find a better spot for it. For those who don't know what this is full Beskar out. Thought I read sold out. God, no, it's not sold out. There's 2 of the 10. 8 are left. This is the full Beskar armored Giancarlo Stanton, whose character name I forgot. I just love Giancarlo. Moff Gideon, thank you. Moff Gideon. So, I knew if I just pointed at it long enough, it would help. Just in case I want to buy in. Just in case I want to buy a cover. Spoiler alert, I want to buy a cover. In order to make it fair, as last time I was not able to buy in, though I did buy in because my buy-in was going to be directly traded, and therefore my knowledge of who was next didn't matter. I have set it up to where we will have no idea what's coming up. Don, thank you, friend. I appreciate your subs. The hype train is near. Well, look at you peeps getting us into a hype train on a Wednesday. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Let me see if I might have to sub. Let me see if I need to resub to our channel yet. Wow. Oh, I just want to point out, I am on our page, and I can see that we have some pretty awesome commercials. That looks like Indiana Jones. I love it. And now I'm subbed. Booyakasha. Hype train? Hype train on a Wednesday? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Hype train on a Wednesday? Get it. Oh, let's emoji the crap out of that. Let's emoji for the hype train. Shout out to all of you for hyping us on a Wednesday. This one will be through the regular account. Booyah. We named the dog Indiana. Love it, love it, love it. All right, hello, lady. So I have shuffled these. Let's number these. Lee. Thank you for the tip. I love it when you give me the tip. We are full on hype. Hype, level 1 complete. On a Wednesday, you savages. So now we have to decide, do I number these starting with 10 or starting with 1? Do we go forwards or backwards? First to 3 wins. Forward or backwards? Ready, go! Backwards. Forwards. Forwards. What's up, Chris? Backwards. Wait, Cozy, you can't do that. Steven says middle. That doesn't help me. Carlos says forwards. Carlos is the tiebreaker. So we will go 1 to 10. All right, they're numbered. It's just a jump to the left. You made a poll and got me to break my lurk here. Ha ha! Everyone loves a poll. Don't Google that. Don't Google that. And a step to the right. Yeah, we're doing the time warp. We're doing the time warp. There it is. I should probably put the random.org up. Since, we're about to random and open some stuff. Boop. All right, typically we are going to do it 7 times. That's not going to change. 7 times for the order. Here we go. Hellbolt, love you, man. Oh, goodness gracious. 3 is numero uno. Carlos. You, sir, bought the first one. Ergo, you get the first from the randoming. Ergo, you get envelope 3. Doug, you get envelope 9. Now, I'd like to point out, there's a little voodoo in here. Inside each... I'm not going to lie, it's scared the nipples off of me. Just saying. Scared some going on, T-Bone. I got my speaker's too loud. It scared the crap out of me. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me turn that down so it doesn't happen again. Hey now. T-Bone, we got hype trained on a Wednesday. Paul! Oi. So let me get these in the order. We got 3. We got 9. 7. 4074 is 74. Doug and my number. So each of these envelopes are numbered and random now, with 3 being the first. I gotta say, Paul, you haven't missed anything yet other than a shout out to the late and great Iron Sheik. That's a new phrase. I haven't heard that before. Turt, that is because you live in Canada. and news travels slowly, much like the smoke from your burning trees slowly covering New York State and all of New England. True, true. Thank you, everybody. Love you. Appreciate y'all. So on the back of each of these, on the back of each of these is a number. Did I random these numbers? Not really. I'm going to tell you right now. The third one might be stacked. I also might be full of horse poop. But I did number these, mostly random. Maybe 3 might be special. Maybe 3 might be my personal favorite. Who knows? It's DC. I'm a loose cannon. You can never know. So, to make it fun and to borderline make you anxious, inside of these envelopes is another number. I wrote a number inside of a top loader, inside of the envelope. It's numberception, people. Numberception. So you are going to get an envelope that has a number in it that may not be the same number as on the envelope, which will correlate with a book behind me. And that way it's impossible for me to know what each of those envelopes has in it. So if I feel like buying in, I can. Trevor's a loose cannon. DC's a loose cannon. Ball. Don says, I hope 3 has Bausch so that I can see it in person. Speaking of in person, because and then if we collect all the numbers, it's DC's personal phone number. You can have my personal phone number. It's 716-555-1212. That's it. Call me whenever you want. So speaking of in person, would you look at that? My Kai came in. Thank you, Dangle. 867-5309, area code 716. So, my cover is in I Am Happier Than a Pig, in a loose pig in a cornfield. That is what I am. Very excited to have this in hand. Dangle did a great job of shipping, I must say. So, without any further ado, Carlos, you got 3. But what's inside, I don't know. Doug, you got 9, which is 3 squared. Yeah. I don't know the math. Albut's like, oh, you're good. You got it. Next is lucky number 7. For those who are keeping score. Thank you, Don. I should probably open our site so I can see if any orders do come in while we do this. I know a lot of you are hedging your bets towards the end. I also want to point out our dear friend Carlos. Look at the big brain on Carlos. Carlos used his C-Bucks, used his Chad Bucks, and got 10% off his order. So, hey, Carlos, you only paid like what, $410 for this? Steven says, you're talking too much. Take a drink. Carlos, I admire the size of your brain. Well played. Smart, that's right. Smart. So Carlos got a discounted envelope 3 randomly assigned. Which one of these is my fave? Oh, is Steven, which one of these is your fave? Well, nobody cares what DC wants. Make me a bicycle clown. Carlos, are you ready to see what you got? Or should I stall some more? I'll wait for you to answer. Yes. Yes, I should stall some more. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, pardon me. Do it? Stall some more? Okay. He just wants... How does it go? The suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts. Yeah, boy. No. Open it. Okay, all right. All right, what did you get? What did you get? A sticker! Oh, but what's on the back of the sticker? Number 8. So I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't write down which ones I did. I stickered them randomly. I'm going to have to figure out. I'm not joking. I'm going to have to figure out which one it is. Which one is number 8? I don't know. No, don't fall. Mace! I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorites. If you don't know how much I am a fan of Mace Windu, for the record, I am wearing his lightsaber wedding ring. Trevor's like, I want it. Yes, it is coincidentally the first off the board. It's also a really nice video that we saw and posted today. Look at that saber. It's fantastic. Congratulations, Carlos. It's good, it's good. Doug. You're up next. And I don't mean we're doing yours now. I'm saying we should go to Europe next. Doug has number 9. Oh, you are welcome, Carlos. He should a little BAMF, BAMF. It's called the BAMF. All right, Doug, you got number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. You get a sticker. Nice. A sticker. Cinco. I wonder what Cinco is. I think it's on the top row. That's a damn fine pilot right there. Poe Dameron. 5. Congratulations. That is Poe being chased by some TIE fighters, but you know he's going to get away. Flip it around and shoot them all in the butts. And of course, because it's Poe Dameron and his special X-Wing, that means BB-8 is in there. So technically, you got 2 characters. Don's like, yeah, this is one of my favorites. I need to... The way he uses the white to look like the clouding and putting a darker background so like things are coming through the clouds without actually painting anything here is fantastic. Dig it, man. Dig it. So now what's left, I'm sure you would like to know. Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn. Big Papa Palpatine. Moff Gideon. The Dueling cover. Captain Phasma. Boushh, a.k.a. Leia. Force Choke Vader. Ahsoka Tano. And My Undying Love. And just as important, a shot at the mall. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's go to the mall. Don says the X-Wing cover with all the movement makes me wish Kai had done a Falcon. Well, you could see a Falcon done by him in the future. You could commission one yourself, though I bet you we can beat the price. Hey, Trevor, make that note. Maybe we should think of a Falcon moment. Are we talking OG Falcon? Are we talking Han Solo Falcon? Are we talking the old broken down Falcon? Let's take some notes. Whoever gets the dual cover, I'm willing to throw the sink at. Yeah. Don's like, oh, I could commission one. And maybe he could paint it on the divorce papers my wife would hand me if I did. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. There you go. Space Ghost. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Speaking of Steven, I went and saw Spider-Man on Sunday with Gigi, Jimmy the Breaker, Mrs. the Breaker, and S&M. And oh, good golly, Miss Molly, we had a ball. The film is great. The art is fantabulous, spectorious, belligerently awesome, unapologetically sweet, and pretty dope. Pretty dope. I had a very busy weekend. I like the Swagger Mobile. Excuse me. It is definitely holding water to the first. It is still going to drive people to be better animators and really make people think about how they are doing their animation. As you can see, it has already influenced how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are doing their film that has come out. And by that, I mean the OG Spider-Man has greatly influenced. You can see it. I'm not saying TMNT ripped anybody off, but I'm saying TMNT definitely takes nods from the original Into the Spider-Verse because this series is revolutionary in animation. It's spectacular and inspiring. Steven's like, so you're saying you hated it? I hated the ending for obvious reasons. And by the ending, I mean the last 4 seconds. I like my Falcon a little dinged up, a little dingy. I can see that. All right, Doug, see you later, buddy. I will be sure to send you a clip if somebody gets the Vader or the Qui-Gon Jinn. Or I can make the trade for you by proxy, and it'll be a surprise what you gave up for it. That could be good television. Boy, I feel like I rushed it a little bit. I was hoping that would take longer. I just get excited. Steven says, I'll buy one right now if we can agree to that. It'd be good television, but a bad career move. My offer would be the Poe Dameron, and I would also personalize it. I would sign it and personalize it right on the cover for you. That is my offer. I will bust out. I'll even do it in a very colorful teal Sharpie, so that it really pops on the oil cover. And then I will board it and bag it and send it to you. That is the offer. Take it or leave it. Oh goodness, what else happened this weekend? Draw a DCD bumper sticker on Poe's X-Wing. Done. Done. I will scan it. I will Photoshop the logo as a bumper sticker. I will then print it out, cut out the bumper sticker, and then use packaging tape to seal it to the painting. And then I will sign it to Steven, Love Always, DC, Heart XOXO. Away from keyboard. I'm gone. I'm not here. Lady says, I know where you can get a sinister self-portrait of Paul Maitland. Paul, are you doing self-portraits again? Are you taking LSD and doing self-portraits again? Don says, Carlos, I'm ahead of my time. The problem is I'm only about an hour and a half ahead of my time. No. It's not very convincing, Paul. I'll take it. I'll buy that. All right, we'll pretend. Had a moment of artistic weakness and drew yourself. You know, the way I read that, it made me immediately think of Arrested Development and him joining the Blue Man Group. It's a new start. It's a new start. That is that. It's a new start. Paul, you'll have to post it so I can see it. He's like, I got kicked out of the Blue Man Group for being too white. Don says, yeah, you did a fine job on yourself. I'll see myself out. Let me see. Ooh, I like it. Live editing. So much nicer. Not as good. There we go. I think I like that better. Let's see how much I can encroach here. Oh, there we go. There you go. You get a whole nother 2 inches of me. Just stop. All of you, just stop. Right now, y'all need Jesus. KP, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, I didn't Google that. Thank you. Thank you for not Googling that. Prefer that you don't. KP, how did you get a GIF of yourself approved dancing as a silhouette? Because all the times I tried to do it, they said I couldn't. Lee says, I love Jesus. He did a great job retiling my bathroom. Yeah, I don't know if I should have read Lee Cozy's statement right there. I should have known to pre-read Lee Cozy's comment. Shame on DC for not pre-screening Lee Cozy. It was the hair. Oh, okay. Got it. So I need to wear a wig and reshoot my silhouette GIF. Let me get this. Let me get that. Oh. Where is... Oh. Okay. Just realized I didn't pull something up. There we go. Oh, that's good. Okay, sorry, had to do some editing. Lee says, I have a Bob Ross fro wig I can borrow. I can tell you, as somebody who has worn an afro for multiple 70s parties, I look great in a fro. I, believe it or not, in high school, well, no, it was just after the Navy. Wasn't high school. Just after the Navy had like the white dude fro. I had this huge plume of hair that I would put in a headband, and it would just all over the place. And it was because of people who pronounce it GIF, they refuse. Well, it is GIF. The creator says it's GIF, so I'm going to go with the guy who invented it. Because, I mean, he invented it. I mean, we could call you Kevine, but because the first person named Kevin, named somebody Kevin, said no, his name is Kevin, we don't call it Kevine. We call it Kevin. Just like the first person who decided their last name was going to be Cozy instead of Kosei, which is probably the origin pronunciation, but we won't go tit for tat on that. It is, I mean, I could say that my name is DC the Breaker, but it's pronounced George. And that's it. It's pronounced George. That's how it goes. Oh, I have spoilers. Doug left, right? Doug left. I got spoilers. I would like to give a shout out Thank you, Doan. I want to give a shout out to Paul Maitland. I received Paul Maitland's package today. It was pretty thick and filled with some really, really good stuff. He signed all of his art this time. And while most of you have seen some of it, I just want to show a little piece of his stuff that to me is absolutely nostalgic and I am in love with. There's disapproving Doug. Paul is a big fan of showing off his package. I think the only person who's more of a fan of showing off Paul's package is me. Ball players? You don't give me ball players? You got me a bunch of girls. Yeah, that is. I mean, I may or may not have had a crush on Dottie Henson. It's possible. Just saying. Could have been a thing. Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball. What's the holdup? Sir, she's crying. Kevin's like, he sends me pictures in the middle of the night of his package. So good. So good. Those are all the spoilers I'm going to show. If we sell something else today, I might do another spoiler, but if we don't, that's fine. That's more spoilers for another day. What else do I have? Yeah. Spoil sport, technically, yes. If I kill all the gophers, they will put me in jail. It depends on how. It depends on how. If it's ethical, they're not endangered species. So if you killed all of them at the same time, they wouldn't be endangered, even if you got all of them, because the moment there would be that many, the next moment there would be none. So they'd go from probably the only animal ever to go from not endangered to extinct in one foul swoop. Is C4 ethical? Probably, because it's instantaneous. You wouldn't feel it if somebody strapped a chunk of C4 to you and sent an electrical charge through it. Because I believe C4 has a decomposition rate of 1,000 to 1. For every 1 Newton of space, it increases, I think, 1,000. Yeah, I showed everybody your package, Paul, and they loved it. Everybody loves your package. I did. I showed the one that had that was a little dotty. I mean, honestly, I don't. I don't know what else I have today. The one you drew 10 times. He drew that one 10 times? Where are the other 9? Carlos? Yes, but I made them see it. I made them stare right at it. It happened. What's going on, Sapulros? I see you're lurking, waiting for your drop the mic entrance. Alien Gathering, how are you doing? Shout out to the lurkers. You know I love you. But what's in your package? Good stuff. I was just telling them how I love to receive your package because it's always presented well and full of good stuff. And I showed them a little bit of the stuff, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. And I did wiggle it just a little bit. The Lurkers would be a good name for a band. Let's see if it is. The Lurkers is the name of a band. Congratulations, Don. You named a band that is 47 years old. Styrofoam Seatbelt was the name of my band. Paul says, I got 47,400 points. Can I redeem them for a spoiler? No, but you can redeem them for 10% off your entire purchase, which is what Carlos did, which means he only paid $410 or so for his Kai book. I do, Stephen. I love what comes out of his package because it's let's just say it's some good stuff. It's some good stuff. Some of it's thick, some of it's thin, but it's all top notch. I feel like I should look up Styrofoam Seatbelt. And it will continue to. If Paul had a band, his band name would be Noisily Moist. Dig it? I'm sorry, your band Styrofoam Seatbelt is not on the internet. However, a styrofoam cover for your child's seatbelt is. If you find styrofoam seatbelt, I'm calling my lawyer. Only if you can prove it. Wow, Paul. Are you trying to anger a member of the of the government? An airband. Nice. I'm assuming you weren't missing the H. I'm assuming you were really just an airband. Lady's like, oh, he knows. So let me ask you this, lady. Are you telling me that Councilman Chef saw the pleasure on your face from Paul Maitland Art's package? And thus watching Paul Maitland pleasure you brought pleasure to Chef. Councilman Chef. She says, yes, that is a bona fide scandal in politics. Only in Texas. That's some Texas politics for you. And all of it is true. Oh, goodness. You are a lively bunch for a Wednesday. Wednesday night chats are getting a little naughty. You know what? It's all just getting there. We call it the Falwell Special. You crazy guys. Oh, very crazy. On a scale of 1 to crazy, you're crazy. It is hump day. Don, you dirty dog. You dirty, dirty dog, you. I'll move this. So, what did everybody else do this weekend? I told you my story. Now it's time for you guys to reciprocate. I saw Across the Multiverse, or Across the Spider-Verse. I saw, oh my God, I forgot to tell you about Saturday. This is what Doug was trying to get me to tell you. On Saturday, DCD Collects minus Lee plus Gigi and Mrs. the Breaker went to the Santa Barbara Bowl and got to see Trevor Noah. Would you like to know who joined us at the Santa Barbara Bowl and watched Trevor Noah? None other than Oprah Winfrey. If you don't believe me, go to Oprah's own Instagram page and see Oprah Winfrey hanging out with Trevor Noah, and then go to my page and look at me hanging out watching Trevor Noah. So I am sitting in our DCD Collects section, and I get a tippy tip tap on my shoulder. Hey, DC, look over there. Oprah arrived. And I know Noah Trevor, the evil doppelganger. So I look over my shoulder like this, and there's Oprah. And the only thing that I could think of was, Oh, crap. I told her I wasn't going to be able to make it today so that I could go with you guys. I hope she doesn't see me. And as I say those words, my phone hits the text message sound, and I'm like, damn it, that's probably her right now. And that was probably the funniest thing I have ever said in the moment, in public, not on this show, in my entire life. Because it was literally, oh, crap, I told her I wasn't going to make it. This is so embarrassing. Ding! Oh, it's her. She saw me. I wish somebody would have had that on film. That would have been one of the greatest moments ever recorded and would have went instantly viral. Don's like, that's a spot-on Doug impression. ATC, Oprah's here. Maybe. So I spent the rest of the weekend telling everybody how I saw Trevor Noah with Oprah. Because technically, I saw Trevor Noah with Oprah. Let me share some pictures. So here it. I don't want to manually zoom. Don't make me manually zoom. No, you're going to make me manually zoom? Oh, you're a jerk. Do, 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 do. So here is us hanging out in the upstairs lounge. Here are our seats. They were very good. If the Dreyer family ever invites you to go to the Santa Barbara Bowl, you say yes. Now, I would like to point out, if you look at Oprah's photos and you look at my photos, we sat in front of Oprah. So I'd like to point out that we arguably had better seats than Oprah. I'm just saying. Now, is it because she sat up really high so that she wouldn't distract people from the show? Did she sit up high because she wanted to be above the smell of the commoners? Did she sit up high so that she could exit quickly through the back door? Probably yes to all of those. But will I continue to say that I had closer seats than better seats than Oprah? Absolutely, I will. And that is the story I will use for the rest of my days. For those who don't believe me, there is Oprah with Trevor Noah. Just saying. It's all real. To quote to quote Harrison Ford, it's all real. All of it. Ay vey. So yeah, that was my weekend was pretty dope. Don says, I think it's one more spoiler is in order before we call it a night. Okay, what do you want me to spoil, Don? Any more to Paul's package? Yeah. Paul's package was so thick and dense and filled with a lot of stuff. There is one thing about Paul's package that I believe doesn't get enough respect. So we'll go with that. I don't believe that when it comes to Paul's package, this gets enough respect. Maddie and Steven went to the wrap party for Across the Spider-Verse on Saturday. It was fun, and she got to meet lots of cool people. There he is. Yeah, thanks for the spoiler, George. Ooh, what did you think of it? Oh, Dave. Yeah, I get no respect. Yeah, I was so ugly as a child. Mother had to tie a pork chop to the dog to get it to play with me. I tell you, I get no respect. I love Rodney Dangerfield. I would like to think that I've seen every movie he's ever been in and any stand-up that was available at the time. Tell you, I was so ugly as a child. My mother fed me with a slingshot. That's how much respect I get. The spoiler was in a league of its own. Dave, it was spectacular. It was very good. The Easter eggs are aplenty. And And yeah. And almost there. No. I thought it was closer. Really? No. 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 Well, that's disappointing. Wrong box. I should probably organize these one of these days. Also the wrong box. One of these will be the right box. There we go. I do need an assistant. This suspense is horrible. I hope it lasts. It makes me very happy I picked this up when I did. Can somebody tell me the significance of this book? Steven's like, I can, but I won't. First, oh, look at Mrs. the Breaker. Mrs. the Breaker. My goodness. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy. Steven is like, I am too mad at myself. First appearance of Spider-Punk. Really? That makes it a pretty important book. And I will tell you, this copy is crispy. Mrs. the Breaker's like, move out of my way, geeks. I got this. Yeah, this is absolutely a very big comic book right now. I'm just saying, for a reason I won't get into. That book, Steven says, just wait until the next movie comes out. The book will be even bigger. Listen, let's remove some of the kayfabe. Steven may have worked on both of the films. And may, though he's not even sure, may know a thing or two about the forthcoming film. For those who don't know, the second one is left on a cliffhanger. If you don't know that already, it means you weren't looking for spoilers. But it's pretty well known now that this was the setup for the third one. As Don is pointing out right now. It's actually not a spoiler. It became pretty common knowledge about 2 months ago. I purposefully did not look for any spoilers other than the ones my friends were personally involved with. And I knew outside of them that there was a third one. What I am a little upset about is there is a certain spider person that is introduced in this film that I seen his first appearance and a really dope variant cover for, and I loved the colors, and I didn't buy it. And then I went back to look at that variant, and it is 3 times what it was when I looked at it the first time. At one of the screenings I went to, a dude threw his popcorn at the screen at the end because he didn't know it was part 1 of 2. The story is so massive, you can't put it into, no, it's big. You just have to go see it. With that said, am I going to buy a copy so that I can freeze every frame and look for spoilers? Yup! I am. I know, Steven. I know. The movie is perfect. Don't think it takes anything away from the experience. If anything, it finally lets you catch your breath. Lee's like, he did apologize to everyone and said he was really into it, and the end just hit him hard. Oh, Dave, if you like Lego, you might like this movie. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that book to Comic-Con, and I'm going to get Dan Slott to sign it. I don't know if I can get Ponser to do it. Maybe Koipel. I don't think I've ever seen Wade Von Grawbadger, but I'm pretty sure Dan Slott will be at Comic-Con. Paul's like, I got that one beat. The end credits came up at the end of Fellowship of the Ring, and someone shouted, "Wait! How can it end on a cliffhanger?" When he should have shouted, "Wait! Why didn't they take the giant birds?" Oh, did I just spoil Fellowship of the Ring for somebody? My bad. By the way, shout out to my boy Josh Allen dating Haley Steinfeld. And he's the cover boy for Madden 24. First ever Buffalo Bill to be on the cover of Madden. True story. Am I worried about the Madden curse? No, I'm worried about the Buffalo Bills curse. If anything, the Madden curse could cancel out the Bills curse. So I think it's actually a step in the right direction. Also want to point out, we absolutely stole an edge rusher from the Rams, and Doug was none too pleased about it because apparently the Bills were able to sign him for less than the Rams offered. Thank you, Von Miller. That is a direct result of Von networking. Better than Buffalo Bill being on the cover of Madden. Goodbye, horses. I love that song because of that movie. And I love that Jason Mewes did it in their film as well. Oh, Lee, that's fantastic. Nice. So Carlos, I have a brother that most of you don't know about. His name is Nathan. We call him Nate Dogg or Nate the Great. Nathan occasionally works the sidelines at the games. And one of his best friends is the tech guy for the Bills. His friend is so high up in the Bills pecking order that if the Bills were to win a Super Bowl, he would get a Super Bowl ring from the club. So I may get 2 copies, keep them sealed, and see if I can get JA17 to sign one and keep the other raw. And then do one through PSA, who does large items now, and do one through the comic book or the video game grader company. But I don't know there's rules about him seeking autographs. I think they have one party at the end of the year where they're allowed to ask for an autograph from each player. I doubt he will give me his one autograph per season, but I might, I'm going to try to finagle something. Nice. Yeah, traveling with the team's first class all the way. All right, folks, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, we should be opening up some more of those beautiful pieces of art behind me. Remember, we put Chad Bucks up for a reason. Carlos, with his gigantic brain, saved himself a ton of money by using his Chad Bucks. So think about that when it comes to this week. So long, farewell. It's time to say goodbye. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Lee, I am dying to see the adventure breaks. I'm actually dying to see the fantasy breaks because there's still good stuff in fantasy. There's only 9 left. I think so. Here's what the problem with fantasy. When we built it to put all of the art inside. So there isn't like the hits for us to show you because they're all in the envelopes. So moving forward, I don't think we are going to ever do it to where everything is inside. I think everything will have a redemption. Only because it's easier to show everybody what's left than to have you just stare at an envelope. So it's a learning curve. Remember, we're less than 2 years old. We're still figuring out how to do stuff. So we live, we learn. Yeah, all of them are. Adventure, no. Yes. No, yes. Yes. With the exception of the giveaway. Yeah, I know. I need to shave. I usually shave on Thursdays so that it's clean for the Thursday and Friday show. Oh, Comic-Con, yeah. We'll be ripping certain items. We have 3 items that we're pulling, ripping, and we'll be showing at Comic-Con. Kai will be sold out by then. Probably Fantasy will be sold out by then. Dragons will probably go to Comic-Con. Good to Be Bad will probably go to Comic-Con. Adventure will probably go to Comic-Con. Um, Dragons might stay. I think we may keep that one. But I think the other ones could possibly go. I don't know. We're figuring it out. Wednesday, I do not phone it in. Wednesday, I am typically here all day. Normally, on a Wednesday, today is an exception, but I'm not changing my routine just for today. Normally, for those who don't know, on Wednesdays, I get up at 7:30 a.m. to take Jimmy the Breaker to school. When I get back, I immediately have some coffee, a couple of donuts, and I jump in the shower just to chisel some of the stink off of me. And then I am immediately in the car heading up to Santa Barbara, which is a 40-minute drive, so that I can get here between around 10. Let's just say around 10. So shaving my head is about a 20 to 25 minute thing, closer to 25 minutes. So on Wednesdays, I typically don't have time to do it in the morning. Now the question is, DC, why don't you take a shower before you go to bed? I do, but the problem is I don't shave my head before I go to bed because I wear a CPAP. And a CPAP on a freshly shaved head is sensationally uncomfortable, I have found out. So I shave my head early in the day because, believe it or not, by the end of the day, there's just enough stubble that the CPAP mask is not uncomfortable. By the way, shout out to Don and Councilman Chef on recommending nasal pillows, and shout out to Steven for showing me his nasal pillow. Absolutely awesome compared to the nose cup I was using. After about 2 weeks of not being totally comfortable, now I can't even tell that I'm wearing a CPAP. So, pretty dope. Shave your head on your commute like normal people. So a nasal pillow is the CPAP that goes under the nose. I did, Steven. I saw yours, and I had to keep up with the Edwardses. I had the nose cup, which went over the nose, but it was causing my nose to break out, and I was getting my nose was getting nasty, and it also wouldn't seal at my mustache. The nasal pillows have little tubes, like small, very short tubes, but tubes enough that the mustache doesn't bother me. So if anybody is getting a CPAP and you can manage to not breathe through your mouth, which I finally stopped doing, the nasal pillow 100% is the way to go. It is, Doug. We were saying goodbye, and then I went into a rant about other stuff. But we're on our way out. Don said, you didn't hear that from me. I wear a full face mask, so I can pretend to be a firefighter or a jet pilot while I sleep. Then it must have been Councilman Chef. No, Lee, it's not like, let me just show you. Let me show you Lee. I will show you my exact one. Or I will not show you my exact one. That's it. That's what it looks like. So your nose obviously rests on those. They're not tubes per se. Doug's like, I sleep in a full oxygen tank. It's actually true. He does have, I have seen where Doug sleeps. It is a hyperbolic chamber. Yeah, a mouth guard for your nose. That's it right there. It, honestly, is not comfortable for the first week. It is tolerable for the second week. And then by the third week, you don't even realize you're wearing it anymore. But because of this strap system, a freshly shrown scalp is fairly uncomfortable. So I used to shave before I went to bed because I like the feeling of a shaved head on a pillow. But now I do it in the morning so that the thing doesn't irritate me. Breathtaking? No, Lee Cozy. It's breath giving. All right, let's see what we're gonna raid. Whew. I almost farted on camera. Glad I caught myself there. That would have been loud. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Oh, Kaiser is doing some fitting work. Lee's like, I fart next to the camera. Well, Lee, yours don't make a sound because... Never mind, Lee. All right, everybody, we are going to raid Follow the Kaiser because he's awesome. And we love him. Like a brother. But first, I need you to know that I love each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out with me today on a Wednesday. Thank you for getting the hype train going on a Wednesday. That is bonkers. That is awesome sauce. That is all of the above. Please take care of yourselves and each other so that you can be here tomorrow to see the rest of these Kais go to their new owners. It is going to be a good time. And hopefully tomorrow or Friday, we will be randoming away the mall. Now, please don't buy the last one because I'm going to try to do that. But I mean, if you feel the need to buy the last one, go ahead. I'll just probably have to trade you for it then. But I digress. Take care. Be safe. I love you all. And good night.